Hello, Geminis, and welcome to your August 2021 reading. Make sure you check out your sun, moon, and rising signs for a more well-rounded perspective. I do believe that these readings have a tendency, since they're generalized, to be timeless. So if you're at this video at any other time period, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Of course, that applies to everybody. Also, if you're interested in an extended version of these readings, I am offering those for a small fee in the description box below. So be sure to check that out if that's something you are interested in. All right, let's go ahead and begin. And we are starting out, Geminis, with you are exactly where you need to be. So this is a message of letting you know that stop your worrying. So I'm just getting this overall sense of someone sitting on the couch, and even though they're supposed to be relaxing and enjoying time with family, maybe watching a movie or playing board games or whatever the case may be, there's just this overall sense of some anxieties or some situations sort of nibbling at the back of the mind that allows you to not be fully present in this moment of being with family or friends or whatever the case may be. So this message is letting you know that you don't need to be worrying about that. Sometimes there are moments in our life that these things kind of come up, and they are kind of grand in how they shift, and they are upsetting, and they really push us out of our comfort zone or push us out of the box that we are in. And occasionally it may feel like we've done something to cause this, and we're trying to figure out what it is that we should have done differently. And they're just letting you know that you are exactly where you need to be. Whatever the cause of this shift that you are experiencing, whatever it is that's weighing heavy in the back of your mind, this is a message to let you know that that does not matter. It does not matter. Pointing a finger at the cause of it does not matter. You've either were not the cause of it, and or you adjusted in a way that allows you to be able to be headed in the right path as a response to whatever the situation is. So you are where you need to be. The actions that you have made since you have been aware of whatever it is that's weighing heavy on your mind has put you in the path, in the direction of exactly where you need to be. And that is all that matters. That is what is most important. You have made the adjustments, you have made the choices in current times, and you are headed in the right direction. You have made the choices that has you pointed in the path and the direction that you're supposed to be. And that is what they want you to focus on. You are exactly where you need to be. So you just need to stop allowing that to weigh so heavy that it's starting to distract you. Simplicity is the next card of the next message that we have for you. And keep it simple is what comes, it's the phrase that comes to mind. Keep it simple. So again, I'm really kind of tapping into that overall feeling of kind of going through this process, going through this a moment of being so heavily distracted or so heavily just involved in this thought process regarding how whatever it is, and it's just kind of really pervading all aspects of how my mind is work. And again, like I'm really getting this over, I'm really stumbling with my words too. So this is how pervasive this overall experience seems to be. It's really kind of taking hold on levels that's almost consuming, and you're not able to be present like you should be, or like you want to be even. Again, I'm being given that image once more of you sitting and spending time with family or friends, and just even if you're trying to be present, this is a bit of a distraction. And again, the message is just to keep it simple. Sometimes it is the simple acts that puts us in the right direction. And if there's a choice or decision that you made, or sort of a turn of events that you took part in as far as in your personal life, it's about sometimes it is the simple things that is the strongest. It's the simple things that really can take hold better, can really put us in the right direction in a way that we don't give it enough credit for. Simple things sometimes have more value than we give. So this is a message. It's a message to either the decisions that you made that seem simple, they're validating that it's not as simple as you think. It actually holds more value, or it's a decision that you're coming up on and they're letting you know, keep it simple because there's value in the simplicity that you were considering. And also just overall, as far as how you are viewing things and sort of weighing options and trying to weigh where you need to be directed in the future, you're being told, keep it simple. It does not have to be big. It does not have to be something that it has all the bells and whistles. Sometimes, again, they're reiterating that statement. Sometimes the simple things hold more value than we give it credit. And this is something that is coming through very hard and very clear. And it feels extremely related with choices, either choices that you have made, choices that you are making, or choices that you are coming up against. Simplicity is the answer. Keep it simple. We have Four of Swords. Swords coming through real strong with this card for you, having to do with your mental thought, mental fortuity, and basically that inner dialogue that we have with ourselves when we're considering things, be it past, present, or future. And the Four of Swords specifically has to do with rest, taking that moment, taking that pause to rest before moving on into whatever the next direction is, where we are directed to go next. And you're just being told, referencing that keep it simple, basically take the simple option. It holds more value than you're giving it credit. And in the process of choosing that simple thing, whatever it is, you're going to give yourself breathing space. You're going to give yourself a moment to breathe. And it's the moment you are longing for, but it's the moment that you are working towards, but in the process, you think it has to be complex to get to that. And you're being told, no, you can get that breathing room with that simple choice that you are actually considering, what you're contemplating. There is more value in that simple option than you are giving it credit. And if you would just take hold of it, despite how simple and easy it may seem, if you would just grasp that as the option that it is presenting itself as, you will actually give yourself that breathing space that you are looking for. We have Three of Swords coming in next, and I'm really getting an overall energy of how there's just a call to face reality. However that applies in your life, specifically with this situation, most of you, it has to do with whatever it is that you are facing. There is a call to face reality. You are giving yourself a headache by not facing it in the light that you know. There is an innate knowing within you of how this is actually supposed to be spelled out. And there's a bit of a refusal, there's a bit of a rejection for it. Whatever the case may be, that does not matter. That applies differently to each and every one of you and your circumstances and your situation. But ultimately, you're being told there is something that you know deep down in your gut, intuitively, you know something at face value. But there's, for some reason, there's a need to reject it for some reason. There's a bit of a resistance to that. And in the process of rejecting and resisting what you innately, intuitively know within your gut, by the action of rejecting and resisting, you're creating friction, you're creating internal friction and agitation, and it's giving you a bit of a headache. And they're just letting you know you do not need to be focusing on it from this point of view. You can keep it simple. You're in the right direction. You're on the right path. Your gut instincts have already told this to you. You just need to embrace this. And by embracing this, you will get that breathing space that you are looking for. You'll get that room, that moment to be able to breathe that you are hoping and have been looking for. So stop resisting what you know you should not be resisting. Stop rejecting what you know you're supposed to be embracing. Keep it simple. Give yourself that breathing room that you have been looking for, because it's right there. It's right there for you. And you know this already. This is just one other way that your guides are letting you know that what you know is true. All right, that is all I have for you, Gemini. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising if you want a more well-rounded perspective for this generalized reading. There's also an extended version for this, so be sure to check out the description box below for a link for that if it is something that you are interested in. Other than that, I hope that you find the rest that you seek in the month of August, and we'll see you in a future video.